conversations about money don't flow as freely amongst women as they do amongst men. This is something that you may not agree with, you might have a different opinion, but based on my own experience, I have found when I'm having conversations about money with men, they just seem to flow more easily. Or when I've sat in amongst majority men in a business situation, their conversations about money and doing deals and things like that, they just seem to flow far more freely than they do amongst women. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen amongst women, it definitely does. But in my experience, I have found that conversations about money when it comes to women do seem to be a bit more challenging than when it comes to the same kind of situation with men. What do you think? And like I say, I know some people won't agree with that statement, but as a woman who has been building her own business for the last 3 years and has sat on boards for the last 5 or 6 years, I have definitely found that when it comes to talking about money, men do seem to be more comfortable with that than women. Not in all cases. Some women are like me. They're very, very comfortable having conversations about money. And I do think we are seeing more conversations amongst women about money. But I still think that there's a lot more work to do in this area. There is a lot more work to do in terms of parity when it comes to pay, but that's a conversation for another video. But yes, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? And this is obviously specifically for women. Sorry, guys, but it is. What do you think when it comes to conversations about money and women? Do you find those conversations flow easily, or do you think they are somewhat of a challenge? Because I think that they are somewhat of a challenge, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.